Make sure we're online. We should be on the YouTube. It's locked. Good. All right. Clap it up. All right. Shalom, family. It's like for the delay, but you know what time it is. You know what day it's Saturday. You understand? We are in the building this afternoon. You understand? This is the I.S.U.P.K. Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. You understand? This is the Sabbath service where we go over the scriptures in the Old Testament, teaching our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the truth about the Bible and showing how the history from back then correlate people in today's time. You understand? All right. And with that, first, Mawasar, state registry.
Mawasar, Bani Howder, Bani Yashala.
Mawasar, Bani Howder, Bani Yashala.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Pakistan.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat. So, okay. Now, swords. Young man Charles, state the registry.
Young man Charles, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yasharala.
Young man Charles, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yasharala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabarakatham.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabarakatham. Come on. Right. No, young man Charles in the middle. Oh, sorry. Chauffeur. Chauffeur. Good. All right. Select it. You shopping? See it be quick. Select it. Lucky. All right. We're good. In Israel, imagine. Right. Chauffeur. Excellent. So,
La Yasharala.
so, sorry. Mhm. Excellent. Good. All right, so far down. All right. So, thank you. All right. Israel, imagine. How Pakudan means to face the east. Hold on. In Israel, so. That's back. Reach with your right hand. This is the prayer. This is the Lord's prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malachwaka.
Malachuka.
Abba.
Abba.
Radazai. Aisha.
Aisha. Barak. Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Washamayim.
Mashamayim. Latan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Lakau. Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalat Nawa.
Wasa-
Abawath Nawa.
Kabawath Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Abawath Yanawa.
Kabawathi Nawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Kabaya Nawa.
Kabanai Nawa.
Manasai 1.
Banasai 1.
Abal.
Wow.
Awashai Nawa.
Habashai Nawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Ha'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wathafara.
Wathara.
Awalamyam.
La'ala. Ulamium.
Aman.
Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth,
In earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debt
Give us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
This is the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Baba Kushah.
Babakasha.
Latan Lanawa.
Latanyanawa.
Akak.
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 La Pra'ah.
La'apara.
Kal Makala.
Kamakala.
Makal Marawa.
Makal Warawa.
Akak.
Akak.
La Tahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Akak.
Akak.
Lahakuyim.
Lahakwiyam.
Amathium.
Amathiam.
Akak.
Akak.
Arakawa.
Abarkawa.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
Agarashan.
Agarashai.
Bahashim.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
The power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Wahabayam.
Wahabayam.
Safarium.
Saparium.
Bahashim.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Bless Israel in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K,
I.S.U.P.K,
Yahanna,
Yahanna,
Al-Hariam,
Al-Hariam,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a,
Azariah,
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 Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
I.S.H.A.P.K,
I.S.H.A.P.K,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Wagalika,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamaraka,
Shamaraka,
Ana,
Ana,
La'ah,
Ma'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Ayashun,
Ayashun,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasha'allah,
Yahushua.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamaraka,
Shamaraka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazaka,
Al-Yad,
Aliyah,
Yam Yanka,
Yam Yanka,
Yahweh Mum,
Yamawam,
Ashamash,
Rashamash,
La'ah Yakaka,
Ya'alakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Alayala,
Mala'ah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamaraka,
Yashamarka,
Makarai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Afnapashka,
Afnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Asa'afka,
Razafka,
Wabawa'afka,
Wabawa'afka,
Ayatha,
Ayatha,
Wa'ai Awalam,
Wa'ai Awalam.
Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will
Lift up my eyes into the hills.
Whence cometh my help?
From whence my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
He that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth
and forevermore.
and forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Tamayalaka,
Al-Talayamaka,
Al-Takarash,
Al-Takarash,
Al-Tashakwat,
Wa'al-Tashakwat,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Wabayapka,
Wabayapka,
Yahama Yawan,
Yahayawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al-Amika,
Yara'ah Yamwa,
Yahushua,
Yamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ra'ayat Tazawa,
Azapawanyaka,
Azabawanyaka,
Arama,
Arama,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wayakakidam,
Magoya,
Wagalia,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yashakar,
Yashakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwada,
Awada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Tazawa,
Nawa Tazawar,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Varya,
Maria,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alhalia,
Ahalia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Washamai Yasha'ala, Washamai Alayam,
Alam,
Waba'aba,
Waba'aba,
Wahagarium,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Why Amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Why Amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Alasha,
Walasha,
I'm Yashabya,
Am Yashabya,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Alawa,
Wala'ah,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zerawai,
Zerawai,
Banya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha Laham,
Aisha Laham, Kamadian,
Kasaya Sera'ah,
Kasiyah Sera'ah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Wayashwan,
Wayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ayan Dara,
Mayandara,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Aman,
Aman,
Ladapma,
Radama,
Sayamat Thamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nayab Mawa,
Nalimadwa,
Kara,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
Zabah,
Wakazaba,
Wakaza,
Wakazal,
Wakazal,
Anai,
Anai,
Makaunasia Kamwa,
Kasana Kamwa,
Ashar, Amadwa,
Amadwa,
Ayarasha,
Ayarasha,
Nalawa,
Lawa, At.
Nawa,
Nawa.
Alahayim,
Alahayim.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Sayathamwa,
Shaitamwa.
Agagaula,
Agagalwa.
Kakwash,
Kakwash.
Lapan Rakawa,
Lapanya la Rakawa.
Kaash,
Kaash.
Ira, Ya Ira,
Ira, Ya Ira.
Kalaba, Haba,
Kalaha.
Salahat,
Salahat.
Arayang,
Arayang.
Khan,
Kam.
Daradatma,
Daratma.
Kasaya Arika,
Dasaya Arika.
Wabasa Wapaka,
Wabasa Wapaka.
Kabahalam,
Wamahalam.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Panyaham,
Payaham.
Palawan,
Kalawan.
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa.
Shemka,
Shaka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bashwa,
Gabashwa.
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa.
Ayai,
Ayai.
Kaya Kaparwa,
Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Dawa,
Waya Dawa.
Kaya Atha,
Kaya Atha.
Shemka,
Shemka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Abadka,
Labadka.
Ayawan,
Ayawan.
Alka, Kaha Arataza,
Al-Kaha Arataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still hour.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make atonement.
Thy enemies make a turmoil.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken craft counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
and let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembrance.
may be in no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And
of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
The children of Lot.
They have hope, the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto Sisera.
As unto Sisera.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeeb.
And like Zeeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zabah.
All the princes of Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As it stumble before the wind.
As they stumble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
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 All thy tempests.
With all thy tempests.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
And make them afraid. With thy storm.
With thy storm.
And make them
afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled
forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That know.
That they know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is
Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Sorry. Sorry means the turn. All right. Imagine means to be seated. No sweat. All right. Clap it up. Clap it up. All right, all right. Most High in Christ. Again, this is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? This is the Sabbath service, okay, where we teach out the Bible. You understand? The history of the true Jews of the Bible, history of the Israelites, and showing how their history then correlates to our people today. All right. Now we should be in the book of Deuteronomy. You understand? Chapter 13. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13. I'm sorry. Front center. Sorry. Okay. Does anybody have a sword or other side Bible? Sure. Oh, come on. Just in case anybody needs a sword or Bible, they don't have one. Good to go. We need one. Okay. No sweat. So no, just walk to the back. Very good. Good. All right. Oppo, Shamar. Water. Okay, so now again, we are in the book of Deuteronomy. And how we get down. All right. First, we read out the Torah. You understand? We read the Hebrew. Okay. And then we will translate and read in English. All right. Can you read some of it?
Okay.
All right. Cool things.
So at the top.
Yes. 13. Sorry, 13.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 1. In the Kaya, Yak, Bakwar, Baka, Waba, Iwa, Salakia, Awa, Kalam, Awam, Kalawam, Wanathan, Allah Salakia, Allah Yaka, Aka, Awatha, Awa, Mawapath. Verse 2. Yaba'a, Ha'awa, Wa'a, Mawapath, Ashar, Dabar, Alaka, Alyaka, Salakia, La'amar, Nakia, Nalaka, Akaraya, Akaria, Alayam, Alahayam, Salakia, Akarium, Ashar, La'a, Yada Itham, one eye Badam, Badam. Verse 3, La'a, Tashamai, La'a, Salakia, Al, Dabaria, An, Salakia, Hanbaya, Hanabia, Hahawa, Awa, Al, Kawalam, Hakalawam, Hahawa, Hawa'a, Kaya, Manapa, Salakia, Manasa, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Athakam, Athakam, Lada'ith, Ayashakam, Ahabayam, Ath, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Bakal, Lababakam, Labak, Salakia, Labakal, Wabakal, Salakia, Napa Shakam.
All right, clap it up for that, brother. All right. know it sounds weird to the American, to the Negro ear. Understand? This is what we do for Sabbath church. You understand? We read the Hebrew, the actual tongue. You understand? Okay. He did good. He did the first 3 verses. I'll go ahead and finish it up with the last 4 verses. Okay. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, verse 4 in the Hebrew. Akarya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Thalakwa, Wa'athwa, Thayarawa, Wa'ath, Salakia, Matawakyawa, Tashamarwa, Wa'abakwawa, Tashamaiwa, Wa'athwa, Ta'ibadwa, Waba, Tabakwak, one. Verse 5. Wahanapa, Salakia, Wanapia, Hahawa, Awa, Kalam, Ha-Kalam, Hahawa, Wayamath, Kaya, Dabar, Sarah, Alahayakam, Ha-Ma-Taza, Ya'a, Athakam, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, Wahapadka, Mabayath, Ibadium, Lahada, Yakakka, Man, Hadarak, Ashar, Tazawaka, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lakalath, Ba, Baba Aitharaf, Harai, Makarabka. Verse 6. Kaya, Yasayafka, Akyaka, Bun, Amaka, Awa, Bunka, Awa, Bafka, Awa, Ashaf, Kayakwak, Hayak, Awa, Rika, Ashar, Kanapashka, Basathar, Laamar, Nalaka, Wana Ibada, Alahayim, Akaryam, Ashar, La'a, Atha, Wa Athayaka. In verse 7, Halia, Ha'imya, Shar, Sabayabath Yakam, Ha Kwa Rabium, Awyaka, Awa, Haharkakyam, Mumka, Wakwataza, Harataza, Wa'id, Kwataza, Harataza. All right. So now let's see what we were talking about in the Hebrew. Let's read it in English.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 1 in the English. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder.
Okay, just real quick. Now, this is kind of interesting for our people in the truth, and also especially for people who are not in truth and coming into this. Okay, when you read this scripture, read this again.
If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams,
somebody who is a dreamer of dreams. Okay, now of course, now we in the Black community, we're familiar with people or maybe a said person who is a dreamer of dreams. Correct? Okay, keep reading.
And give it thee a sign or a wonder.
Give it thee a sign or a wonder. Hey, everybody, I had this dream a long time ago. I had a dream, everybody. Take a look at this. All right, keep going.
And the sign or the wonder came to pass. To pass.
Okay, a sign and the wonder, it came to pass. So now when you hear, hey, everybody, I had a dream. Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles are going to be sitting together and holding hands. Right? That's a dream that blacks had, right? And that's a dream that blacks still hold on to today. Right? Keep going.
Whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them.
Let us go after other gods. Okay. So back then, they were saying about, hey, everybody, I had this dream, and let's, instead of serving the Most High, let's go serve these Egyptian gods, right? But now let's bring it back to today's time. Hey, everybody, I had this dream that we can We can sit at the table with other nations. We can do business with them. And guess what? They're going to treat us right. They're finally going to love us. They're finally going to respect us. I dreamed about that dream, everybody. Come on, march with me, walk with me. Think about that. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet.
Wow. Thou shalt not hearken. So just think, let's really put this in perspective. When you heard about Martin Luther King and he was talking about integration, we remember now, before integration, we had all those businesses. We had all the businesses. You understand? We had the bus systems. Okay, we had our teachers. We had the mom and pop. So we had our own restaurants. But now, through integration, where are those businesses now? That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Nothing. Nobody has anything to say. That's right, because you can't find them. You can't find them. Okay? Please understand, when it came to Martin Luther King and his dream, that was the true nightmare for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Blacks don't have their own restaurants now. If they do have them, they're stereotyped as mom and pop, right? As like it's pretty much as low tier, low income restaurants, low income stores. Like, yeah, they're pretty much operating. You shouldn't worry about those. You see? But now remember, we were flourishing back then. But now you want to flourish with your enemy, and you can't do that, right? So the Most High is telling telling our people back then. If you hear somebody who starts talking about that and say, "Hey, man, you know what? We should go side with the enemies, the same people who've been keeping us in the oppression. Maybe we should go back to them." You know what I'm saying? Maybe they learned their lesson. What's the Most High say?
Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet.
Don't hearken to the words of that prophet, because he is not for you. The Most High did not send him. You understand? Keep going.
Or that dream of dreams.
Or the dream of dreams. Or the dream of dreams. You notice you really don't hear about Martin Luther King's dream as much. Since his family, you know what I'm saying, are going to war with each other now. You notice that, right? You don't really hear about it. And when you do hear about it, hey everybody, let's come together. How often do blacks come together? Well, when it comes to Martin Luther King, how often do blacks come together?
Once a year.
Thank you very much. Once a year. They come together once a year and say, "Hey everybody, remember this dream? We need to come together." And all of a sudden, that's when Caucasians want to come to your neighborhoods and come to the cookout. You understand? They come in their limos in your neighborhood saying, "Hey everybody, y'all need to come together." That's a dream. That's a dream, right? Really, that's a nightmare for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You shouldn't be coming together with your enemy. You understand? With your oppressor. All right. Now, granted, today's time, yeah, you can do business. You can do business. You can do contracts. But what we're talking about is having that love and that brotherhood for your enemy, and thinking that he's not going to be your enemy anymore. Thinking that he's going to love you and respect you. Really, that oppressor is trying to stab you in the back and just build up a case for you on you, and just waiting for you to slip, and so then he can take everything from you. You ever notice that when you start seeing especially when you start seeing whites jog around in a black neighborhood, what happens? There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. That's all it takes. You just see a couple of them jogging in the middle of the day, and especially when you see them jogging at night. When you see them jogging at night, you see them walking their dogs. Like, wait a minute, hold on, are we in the hood? And these folks are, yeah, they coming. They coming. You have something?
Right, that's when you know they're about to gentrify the state.
Exactly. They're about to gentrify the neighborhood. You understand? You cannot come together with your oppressor. You can't come together with your enemy. And that's what Martin Luther King wanted you to do. You understand? That's what he wanted you to do. And essentially, Martin Luther King's dream was just so that he could legally be with his oppressor. That was it. It wasn't for you. Go ahead.
One more thing to say. That's why the Most High said, "Do not let them sit at the table with you."
That's right.
Sit at the seat at the table. power anything with you.
That's right.
Try to take over.
That's right. Let's keep going in the scriptures.
For Yahweh your power, Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord your God
Mm-hmm.
proveth you
Mm-hmm.
to know whether ye love ye, Salaki, the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul.
Okay. Now see here. Now, when you heard me say earlier that the Most High did not send him, he didn't send him to lead you. But now, Most High will send people. He will send people to trick you up to see what you're gonna do. See what you're gonna do. All right. He'll allow that to happen. But you still have to be strong. Because you'll see that those people are not for you. You understand? Those are like essentially those are like evil spirits. Understand? They're not for you. Okay? They're not for you. They're trying to get you off track. It's similar to what Satan does. All right? What Satan did with Job, right? He was sent to try to take Job off the path, to take him out the truth. Okay? There are people in your life who are going to do that. You know, oh, what's going on, sis? I see you got the head wrap. I see you got the shield, whatnot. I see you got the star of David. You know, you look good, you look nice. Hey, you know, but we had this Christmas party coming through, whatnot. You know, oh well, I don't celebrate that. It's cool. You sure? These people are trying to take you off the path. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him
Mm-hmm.
and keep his commandments.
All right.
And obey his voice, and ye shall serve him.
That's right.
And cleave unto him.
You see what we have to do? The Most High is telling us, man. We talked about this before when it comes to Deuteronomy, man. You're going to hear a lot of the same stuff, man, because he is trying to drill that in you, making sure you get it together. You understand how he says, fear him, keep the commandments, obey his voice, serve him. He said all of that. It is the same thing. Serve him, cleave on him, obey his voice. For people who claim to be Christians, you understand, they don't do okay. They don't obey his voice. They don't serve him. You understand? We're you know, when it comes to I.S.U.P.K, the main thing we always talk about, hey, pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, stop eating that. But Christians are going to tell, oh, it's okay. It's so, you know, it's the other white meat. You know, nah. The Most High does not want that kind of food in your system, man. It's an abomination to him. You understand? It's just because your oppressor said it doesn't mean you should do it. All right, keep going.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams,
all right,
shall be put to death.
Ooh, wait. Why?
Because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God.
You see what I'm saying? He was sent to try to turn you away. He was sent to turn you away, man. Don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. And you also see, as the Most High say, he's going to be put to death. The Lord's going to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to deal with him. Keep going.
Which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage,
right,
to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee.
All right. So you see that right there. How the Most High is going to take that away from you. Okay. And you should feel the same way. All that, when it comes to the Thanksgiving, Christmas and stuff, man, that is evil, man. That is evil. You shouldn't want to have, you shouldn't want anything to do with it. You should hate it. You know, when I'm on my slavery, people looking at me and they're like, man, hey, I know you want to go in on them. I know you want to go in, man. Just let them have their Thanksgiving. Man. Just let them have their Thanksgiving. It's like, all right, that's them. And people start coming to me, they'll start saying stuff. I just ignore them. I just ignore them. You know, but then for some of my brothers and whatnot, they want to start making jokes with me and everything. I tell them, man, I said it out loud, man. I said, hey, F Thanksgiving. So I don't want it. I said, why? I said, those people, they celebrate killing my brothers. Why? Thanksgiving is evil, no matter what you call it. You call it Thanksgiving, you want to call it Indigenous Day, whatever. It still celebrates the genocide of the Native Indians. And I hate it. You should too. Right? Keep going.
Salakia. Verse 6.
Mhm.
If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter,
Mhm.
or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
Mhm.
Verse 7. Namely, of the gods of the people which are around you, around about you,
Mhm.
nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
You see, like you are in the midst of wolves. Your oppressors are all around you, and they're going to try to influence you. They're going to try to influence you, and then, unfortunately, some of our own people are going to try to influence you to do what the oppressor's doing. You understand? And granted, they're not going to tell you like how we say like bring it back to today's time. They're not going to tell you, hey, let's go worship Anubis. They're not just going to say that, hey man, hey, let's go worship Osiris. Let's worship Zeus. They're not going to tell you that, but they will get you. They will try to get you to believe that, hey, you were a pharaoh back then. You understand? They'll try to get you that the Egyptians were you. You understand? That's how it starts. That's how it starts. You know, they'll give you, hey, what won't you what was it chakra rock?
Chakra rocks.
The chakra rocks, the mood rocks. Or hey, how about a mood ring? You understand what I'm saying? They'll try to get you to do things like that. Or if they meet you in the street, what sign are you? What sign are you? Oh yeah, I'm a. You know what? I knew it. I knew you were a Virgo. I could tell by how you were walking. Really? Really? You see what I'm saying? And then what happens is when you start to go into that, subconsciously you are worshiping the idols of them. You understand? When you start believing, yeah, because of course, because I was born in November. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a Scorpio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now because you know what I'm saying, like I have a certain prowess and whatnot, or because I'm born in the month of being a Gemini and whatnot, I have a dual personality. For all you know, I could just have anxiety.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, talk to me.
Salaki, sir. It was Officer Yahanna that actually tested the brothers on Monday with that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, we got any Capricorns on the line?
Yeah,
And then you heard silence.
that's right.
It was like, okay, y'all did good.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what we're talking about, man. Like, yo, don't go into that. And I understand, you know what I'm saying, like because unfortunately we're kind of born into that. So now you're going to believe that as a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens. But when you come into the truth, you start, you know what I'm saying, following after these scriptures, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna learn to leave that alone. And it's not a part of you at all. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and let's go continue on. Verse 8 in the Hebrew, if we can.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 8 in Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
La'ah, Tabaya,
Mm-hmm.
Tabaha, Salakia. Lawa, Wala'ah, Tashamai, Alaha, Salakia. Alayam, Salakia. Alawa, Alyawa, Wala'ah, Takawasa, or Takawas, Ayanak, Ilayawa, Ilyawa, Wala'ah, Takamal, Wala'ah, Takasaha, Yala Asaki, Ilawa.
All right, good. I'll take over. Good. Verse 9 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Harag, Harag Nawa, Yadika, Tahaya, Bawa, Bara Ashwana, Lahamayathwa, Wayad, Kal, Ha'aim, Ba'akar Nawa, Salakia. Karna, verse 10. Wasa Kwalathwa. Ba'abanyam. Wamath Kaya. Wakwash. Lahada Yaka. Ma'al. Yahweh. Alahayaka. Ma Tazawa. Mawa Tazar. Yaka. Salaki. Ma Radazar. Ma Tazarayam. Ma Yath. Ibadium. Verse 11. Wakal. Yasha'ala. Yashamai. Waya Rawan. Wala'a. Yawa Wayasapwa. The Aishwath. Kadabar. Arai. Hazah. Bakwarabka. Kaya. Yashamai. Ba'akath. Irika. Salaki. Irika. Ashar. Yahweh. Alahayaka. Nathan. Laka. Yashabath. Shum. La Amar. Verse 13. Yatazawa. Anashim. Banya. Baal Ya'al. Makarabka. Waya Yakwa. Ath. Yashabaya. Ayarab. Laamar. Nalaka. Wana Bada. Alahayim. Akaryam. Ashar. La'a. Yayabad. In verse 14. Wada Rosh. Wada Rosh. Wada Rosh. Wakarath. Washa Alath. Hayatab. Wahana. Amath. Nakahan. Nakawan. Hadabar. Na Ashath. Na Yashata. Hatha Aiba. Hazaath. Bakurabka. All right. Start off in the English, verse 8.
God. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 8 in the English. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither seal him.
Wow, that sounds kind of serious. sounds
God.
pretty serious, doesn't it? Now, as Christians, when we taught that that God is all love, that you should love everybody, but now here the scriptures are saying, hey, if you got somebody in your midst that's saying, hey, you can leave Most High, go follow somebody else. The scripture is saying to absolutely deal with that person. You understand? But now also understand that this is back when they have their kingdom. Okay, we as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't have our kingdom right now, so we're not at liberty under the Most High to do this. We are still in oppression. You understand? So we're not advocating, oh, hey, this person's trying to get me to celebrate Christmas. Go ahead, put a black eye on them. Put the 2-piece on them or hit them with the 20-piece. You understand? We're not saying any. We're not advocating any violence against people. Period. You understand? But right now we're talking spiritually. You understand? Like, get away from these people. These people do not need to be in your midst. All right. Continue on.
Salakia. Verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people.
You see how violent, how violent the Most High can be. Why? Because he doesn't want. He does, man. Like the Most High wants perfection. You understand? He wants perfection. He doesn't want anybody trying to get his people, away from him. You understand? But again, we're not advocating violence against people. Understand? Please understand that. Okay? When Christ comes, that's when we can really turn up. But in the meantime, we have to just gather our people together, you understand, and following after Christ, after the Most High. Keep going.
Verse 10. And thou shalt stone him with stones, that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Good Lord. Hey, this kind of, for my sisters, does this sound a little toxic? Does it sound a little toxic? Right? Like somebody's trying to take what's yours or whatnot. You know what? Hey, go get him. Sound kind of toxic, right? Now, I say that because the scriptures say that what the Most High is a what? Nope. I know my sisters know it. It's okay. The Most High is what kind of God is he? A jealous God. So you see the Most High. And see, that's what I'm saying. The Most High loves you so much that anybody who's trying to take you away from Him, He says, kill him. Kill him, and they're gonna suffer a horrible death. Horrible death. You understand? That to stone him. That man, understand that is horrible. That is horrible. To have like such a heavy weight on you, and you just gonna keep pressing and keep hitting you. That's a slow death. You understand? Okay. And see now we say toxic. Now in America, that's toxic. But the Most High, that's just.
Right.
The Most High, that's just. Understand it, okay? And that's what we're saying. The Most High, He cares about our people so much. He loves you. You understand? That all He says to just follow me. Follow me. You understand? Obey my voice. Follow my commandments. You understand? And I will take care of you. And anybody who's trying to take you away from me, he's gonna get dealt with.
That's right.
Anybody's gonna try to take you away from me, she's gonna get dealt with. You understand? Keep going.
Khan. Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And all Israel shall hear and fear and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you.
You see what I'm saying? The Most High is going to make an example out of those people. Going to make an example out of those people. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if we could take it back to Martin Luther King, that was the example that our people were supposed to follow. Okay? Because understand this, Martin Luther King essentially was executed, right? Because he broke the contract with his oppressors. Understand? The oppressors hired him to do a certain job. Then, after he does it, he starts to have a little regret about it. He starts to have remorse. And then, I know a lot of people have heard this, but it's not necessarily like public about how Martin Luther King was he was afraid that he led his people into a burning house, right? So then he starts having a different thought process, right? So then when you heard the speech about saying like we coming to get our check, right? Because he realized that man, y'all are making all this money off of us, and we ain't getting nothing for it. But the oppressor said that's too bad, because you know what we hired you to do, and as a good slave, you're gonna do it. And if you don't do it, you'll find out. You'll find out. You understand? And that was supposed to be our example about one of our people trying to get us away from the Most High. You understand? And they put in what happened? They put him down like a dog. And then the story is they tried to come to the hospital to finish the job, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is how your oppressor is. Don't be in bed with your oppressor, you understand? Physically or spiritually. Okay? Be with the Most High. The Most High is going to take care of you.
Right.
Right? Let's keep going.
Khan. Verse 12. If thou shalt hear say in one of thy cities, which the Lord thy God hath given thee to dwell there, saying, verse 13, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let other gods, which ye have not known. Verse 14, then shalt thou inquire and make search and ask diligently, and behold, if it be true and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought among you.
You see what I'm saying? Looking at the scriptures, like that Belial was like a city of reputation that had wicked men. You understand? They had wicked men. And so now the Most High is telling you, like, hey man, you hear about people like this trying to come into your city, trying to come into your midst and convince you to do other things, man. Hey man, get rid of them, man. They're not a part of us. But they're going to try to take you away from me. And I already told you what I'm going to do to you. Just imagine what I'll do to them. As a matter of fact, you already saw what I did to the people who was oppressing you. You saw for yourself. We say this what in other classes, right? About how the people saw for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They saw the pillar of fire trying to guide them out. They saw the waters. You know, it's interesting because our people, when we at the beach, and if we see the waves, like 5-10 feet, we start getting nervous, right? We start getting nervous. We be at the beach and all say, hey brother, hey, you smell rain. you see what I'm saying? You smell rain. You smell rain. Hey man, look at them clouds. Oh man, them clouds kind of green. What? The clouds kind of purple, right? Yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna head out. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna head out. Like you, our people have seen it for themselves. They saw the works. They understand, saw it for themselves, but somehow they still don't believe. They still want to think that, you know what? Maybe I can still, you know what I'm saying, slide up on. Come on, man. This is what the Most High wants us to do, man. He does not want us to fall for the traps. Don't fall for the traps, okay? All right, I see we got like about four more verses, correct? Let's just finish that off. Let's go finish that off in English, please.
Verse 15. Thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof, with the edge of the sword.
Man, you see how violent the Most High can get? The Most High is saying, hey man, hey, this is your kingdom, your paradise, man. You know what? I'm giving you permission to go get them boys, and I'll be with you. Go get them folks, man. Get them, man. Get them from out our midst, man. Get everything out, man. You know, I don't even want their cows around us, man. Decimate them. You know, see what I'm saying? This is the power that sits with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? When He gets our people, you know what I'm saying, in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? When we are in rulership, we're not under the oppressor's foot anymore. You understand? We are following the Most High's commandments. You understand? Keep going.
And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city, and all the spoil thereof.
Okay, real quick. So now we read that thou shalt gather all the spoil in the midst of the street. What does that like sound like, y'all? What does that? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Loot?
Huh?
Like
okay, looting? No, not necessarily. What I'm going for. All right, let's see. Real quick, my sisters. Have any of y'all been watching the show Wednesday on Netflix? You haven't watched it yet? Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you. Cool, no sweat. All right, cool. So now, have you heard of witch hunting? Aha, you've heard of witch hunting, right? So now, and you heard of like, you know, the stories of like what in Salem, when the folks they would go through the city and it's like, hey, she's a witch, go get her and burn her in the middle of the street. You see what our oppressors do when they take our scriptures and they think anybody who's doing something and they want to make an example out of them and get everything out. You see what I'm saying? Like the oppressor is taking our scriptures and using this to their benefit. See what I'm saying? But now this is what we should be doing under the Most High. You understand? When we're going to do it the right way. You understand? Because a lot of times when those people want to go witch hunting, whatnot, the dudes would do it because the lady didn't want to sleep with them. And they would do it out of jealousy. They would do it as a cover up. It's just like, hey, she wouldn't sleep. Hey, she's a witch. You know what? And then they just start spewing all kind of lies and whatnot, man. Like, yo, we're not trying to do that at all. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is saying, hey, man, for people who are trying to gather up my people and have them serve other gods, those are the ones we need to get rid of. You understand? Keep going.
And all the spoil thereof, every wit, Salaki, for the Lord thy God, and it shall be an heap forever. It shall be built again.
That's what we're saying, man. The Most High wants to get rid of them completely. And and essentially he'll make it a monument, you know what I'm saying, so that you can see it and pass it down to generations. And so they'll understand. All right. So they'll understand, hey man, don't do this. Hey, why is this you know, when we, for instance, like when we see these pyramids, you know what I'm saying, those pyramids are what? Those pyramids are gravestones, pretty much. You understand? That's a graveyard. But
Right.
when you go around Egypt, if you've seen pictures and people who have been on tour, the people who are around Egypt now are not the originals.
Right.
You understand? They're not the originals at all. And they can tell you, like, yeah, like we ain't about that. You see what I'm saying? But that pyramid is a monument. You understand? When you go around, it's wow. And you see the history, you see the catacombs. Man, where are these people at now? They're gone. They're gone. And you see that, like, yeah, these are the people here that were oppressing the Most High people, and now they don't even exist anymore. You understand? Keep going.
Kanawakan, verse 17. And there shall Salakia, and there shall cleave not of the cursed thing to thine hand.
That's right. Y'all don't cleave to it. Don't cleave to it, man. Celebrating Christmas, that's a cursed thing, man. Celebrating Thanksgiving, that's a cursed thing, man. I know people have been watching those. How many murders have we heard of so far this past weekend from celebrating Thanksgiving? A lot. But now again, this is supposed to be, this is supposed to be a time of joy, a time of family getting together, being off work, right? But this is when murders and robberies, they skyrocket. They skyrocket, man. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, Thanksgiving is not the spirit of the Lord. Yes, sis.
Also, depression. Talking with my coworkers.
Oh man, I'm so glad you brought it up. No, you're right, man. Exactly, and it's right. So not only do murders, robberies skyrocket, but also suicide skyrockets too. You understand why? Because now people want to get upset. Out of all the days in the year, this one day I can't be with my family. Now I want to go kill myself. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Exactly. You laugh, and you should, you should to yourselves though. You should laugh to yourselves, okay?
Right.
You understand? Because that's what we people see. That's what I'm saying. Like, we want to be practical with this. We want to be practical with this, okay? Because the people who you are missing, they weren't here on Monday, right? They weren't here on Tuesday. They weren't here on Wednesday. But now all of a sudden they're not here on Thanksgiving. That's when you really get sad. You see what I'm saying? Like, make it practical, man. Make it practical. And it doesn't make any sense. And essentially, that's like it's an evil spirit. It's a very self-serving spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's a spirit that's trying to get you and keep you from the Most High. Right? Continue.
Khan, that the Lord may turn from the fierceness of his anger and show thee mercy and have compassion unto thee, upon thee, Salaki, and multiply thee as he has sworn unto thy fathers.
That's right, man. He wants to get rid of your enemies, man, so that you can flourish and you can prosper on this earth. You understand? Very good. Keep going.
Salaki.
Last scripture.
Khan. Verse 18. When thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep all his commandments, which I command thee this day, to do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord thy God.
You see what I'm saying? This is what we're trying to do. Everything we've been saying, it all falls down to following after the Lord, hearken unto him, listen to what his statutes, commandments. You understand? And do what's right. Do what's right. You understand? Understand that celebrating Thanksgiving is not right in the sight of the Lord. Celebrating Christmas is not right in the sight of the Lord. Okay? Because also understand that what Christmas is based on the lie as well. You had to convince your kids that some white man is going to come down in your chimney, is going to break into your house, right? And give you gifts. Right? That's what you're convincing. That's what you're teaching your child. You understand? You're teaching your child lies. All right. And the Most High does not want lies. You understand? He doesn't want us to what? Bear false witness. Okay. Like, doing these kind of things is not serving the Most High. Okay. But if you want to serve the Most High, you can start with stop eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. You understand? You can start with not trying to rob your brother. You know what I'm saying? You can start by, you know what? Hey, my brother got this rib. You know what? I'm not even going to look at it like that. I'm not going to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to break up that happy home. I'm not going to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You can start with that, man. And also, You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got a feast coming up, right?
Khan.
Well, the feast of dedication, the feast of Hanukkah. Clap that up. You understand? It's gonna be taking place December 17th.
Khan.
You understand? When we have a real good time. Okay. All right. We do class, and then after that, we have good food and good drink and good brotherhood. You understand? We come together in the spirit of the Most High, all right? The Most High of Christ. All right. Baba Sar. Imagine. Oh, sure. Is that one better? You ready to do that one? Go ahead.
Let me get it one day.
No sweat.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thanks. Hold it. Sorry.
La Yasharala.
Chunk it down. All right, Israel. Amajo needs to stand. Okay. Now what we're about to do is we're about to do the prayers. We're about to face the east. Okay. So Yahanna means to face the east. Sorry. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Alapaka, Radazaka, I.S.U.P.K, Baratazak, Kawa, Mashamayim, Lathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Abawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Abawakiyanawa, Wala'a, Kabayanawa, Manasaya 1, Abal, Awashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Walaala, Watapara, Awalumium, Aman.
Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Israel Sar, needs to turn. Amajo, needs to be seated. Right. Sorry, you guys, an announcement. Amajo. Good job. Okay.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to, whatsoever amount, upcoming holy convocation is the feast of dedication. Saturday, the 17th of December.
That's good.
And with that, you can check the bulletin board. And we're located at 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia, 30032. And if you would, Google it, so it helps with the algorithms, it helps with the school. And with that,
no, that's the last part.
Oh, sorry. And remind Akyub and Akwaf, you can check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Amajim, which means to stand. Give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Yahanna B'Shem Yahawashi B'Rakatah.
No. Amajim Shabbat.
Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahanna B'Shem Yahawashi B'Rakatah.
Yahanna B'Shem Yahawashi B'Rakatah.
Down on my top, these hands down. The watch, sir. SARS, which means turn to the sisters.
Sisters Amajim.
No, sisters Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel. So one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amajim. Amajim Shabbat.
Hold on.
I'll it.
That's Amajim. Amajim Shabbat.
Amajim Shabbat. Amajim.
Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham B'Shem Yahawashi.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham B'Shem Yahawashi.
Down on the top, which means hands down. Class dismissed.
Take care of that.
Come.
You're used to that, though.
Take care of the computer.
Come.